how to become as attractive, as beautiful, or as hot as Elyse Myers. I came across a video, a short video, and it was very funny, and it was very true. It was very true. The video was called "I Accidentally Tricked My Brain into Thinking I'm Hot." This is the happiest of all accidents. And let's watch the video. It's very short.
Telling myself that I'm hot simply because I say so has been the sickest Uno reverse I've ever played on my brain. It started as a joke, and it's no longer a joke. I'm fine as hell. Do you know how many years I wasted just walking around this floating rock through space, deciding that I just looked like a bridge troll for no reason? Now that's gone. I'm hot now.
I'm hot now. Yeah, and she says a lot of interesting things in the video. One of which was it started as a joke. You know, I just thought it was a joke and a funny thing to do, and then it miraculously it worked. And that's the great thing about it. If you use a permission slip, because that is what a joke is, it's a permission slip to do this, to manifest this, to create sort of a mindset that you didn't have before. And the permission slip as a joke means you don't take it seriously. So if you don't take something seriously, there is no tension. You don't cramp up. You don't block the energy. You don't block the energy from flowing in your energy field. So to think of it as a joke actually helps. It actually helps. So you always have people who misunderstand the whole thing. Like she got comments like, I forgot that I can just gaslight away my insecurities. And that is not what this is about. It's not about insecurities, and it's not about gaslighting. So this is someone who just heard a word like gaslighting. You know, people use that term a few years ago just all the time. Some people just don't really get what it is. They don't understand it. They just throw that term around. But the term gaslighting is about something that is objectively true, and someone wants to hide the fact that it's true and frames it or distorts it in a way, sort of puts a lie on top of it and tries to make you believe the lie in order to change your behavior. So you start questioning yourself, your senses, and you can't really rely on your senses anymore because you believe in a lie. And that means if you can't trust yourself and your own instincts, in your own senses of just what you perceive, then what happens? Well, you have to trust someone else and the way they see the world. But they manipulate you by using this tactic. That's gaslighting. So there's an objective truth that is sort of hidden and lied about. In the case of beauty, there is no objective truth. It's not a fact. It's not proven that Elyse Myers is actually ugly. That is not an objective truth. So this has nothing to do with gaslighting. This has nothing to do with lying to yourself. This has nothing to do with pretending. This has nothing to do with fake it till you make it. Nothing to do with it. Because what you do is you actually feel into, that's the most important part, you feel into the energy, the feeling of thinking of yourself as hot or beautiful or attractive. You feel into that feeling, and when you feel into that feeling, you get the feeling, you get the actual feeling. So you're not pretending to feel it, you are actually feeling it. And the only thing you have to do with your mind, because if you have to use affirmations all day long, and affirmations is just talking to yourself all day, it's just repeating the same thing over and over and over again, is very tiresome. It costs a lot of energy. You're constantly reminding yourself just all day long to affirm, to affirm, to affirm. That is a mind thing. That is a mind game. But the only thing you actually have to do with your mind is make a decision. You have to decide, I'm going to do this as a joke or as an experiment. That's also a permission slip to consider it an experiment. Let's see what happens. And then you feel how it would feel like if it wasn't a joke, if it wasn't an experiment, but the actual truth of how you felt. And once you feel into that feeling, you get the feeling. So it's not pretending. And it also doesn't cost a lot of energy. You don't have to remind yourself all day long to feel into it. No, you just feel it and you're like, that's right. That is the feeling I'm looking for. And then you just stay in that feeling state. Now you have to practice this. You have to do this every day. You have to, when you wake up in the morning, you have to make the decision with your mind and then feel into it and then get that feeling again. Because every time, every morning you wake up, you're sort of reset. There's a little reset going on every morning. So you have to do this as a practice for like a few weeks, and then it sort of becomes you. The feeling feels at home in your energy field. So then it stays in your energy field. And then you've changed your belief about yourself, about your appearance in this case. So this is not pretending, it's not lying to yourself, it's not losing touch with reality or something, it's not gaslighting, it's none of that stuff. It's feeling into, getting the feeling, and then letting that feeling flow. In your energy field, you don't have to grab it, you don't have to lock it down, because then you block it. And when you block that feeling, that energy, it can't flow anywhere and nothing happens. It doesn't work because you take it too seriously. Take it as a joke, and then you're much more fluent, let's say. So this was a very good video, a very funny video, but it's actually true. This works. It's very simple and it works. Now, sometimes it doesn't work. And the reason for that is because there is trauma. So there is a blockage. There is an obstacle. There is, in certain aspects of your life, there are things that are sort of blocked. The energy is blocked in your energy field. So maybe this doesn't work for you because there is trauma. There is energy stuck somewhere. And it's stuck in sort of the region of appearance and beauty. But this same technique could work for you in other areas of your life. If you feel into something that has nothing to do with beauty, but with work or where you live or relationships or whatever, then it might actually work. So a very simple technique. Thank you, Elyse Myers, for making it so simple. And, people just don't believe it. People just don't refuse to believe it for some reason. But it works. If it doesn't work, then there's trauma there. There is a shadow there, so you need to do shadow work. You have to go into it and see what's going on there. Where does that feeling, that energy get blocked when it comes to these kinds of things? So you first have to do that before you can do this. You first have to do trauma work, shadow work, before you can actually do this. So you can't really ignore that, but essentially this stuff just works. So good video. Let's get hot, everybody.